The Chosen Season 6 is already being filmed in Utah, meaning that we already got a sneak peek into what to expect from arguably the most important season of the biblical series. So, let's talk about it. Season 6 is going to take us right into the most pivotal moments in the story of Jesus as we will witness his tragic death and then the resurrection in the aftermath. As the filming is ongoing, it seems like the overwhelming nature of the story is already getting to the actors, as it sets up to be the most intense season of the show ever. In a recent interview, Reza Diaco, who plays Philip, said it perfectly when he described how this season will feel for those of us who have followed along for so long. If you like intensity, then you're going to get a lot of that in the next season. But if you don't, it might be difficult. It's a difficult, painful season. And honestly, despite not watching the season yet, I understand what he means. I feel like this season will be like losing a family member for a lot of us. Because for a lot of the Chosen fans like us, this isn't just history. In fact, it's deeply personal. The behind-the-scenes part of this season is the biggest clue we get when it comes to the overall tone of the new season. In fact, it wouldn't be so wrong to claim that we are getting the most interesting behind-the-scene information that we got so far regarding the series. And I'm saying that even though it's been only days since the filming kicked off. If you didn't know, filming started about a month ago. And while it's still early, the atmosphere on set is already charged with a lot of emotion. As Reza said, it's a difficult story that's painful to tell, but it's necessary. And apparently, it's not just the physical demands and the exhaustion from long days on set that makes everything more difficult than it have been so far. Because trust me, things are not chill over there when it comes to working conditions. Thanks to some extras on the set, we already know the reality of working on such an intense set. But it seems like the emotional toll of living through these intense scenes is the main thing that make this job particularly difficult during Season 6's filming. Like, we already got a sneak peek that showed Jesus in his purple coat and also another scene with handcuffs at his hands, clearly walking towards the crucifixion site. We also got other sneak peeks showing the preparation for the crucifixion. And I'm not gonna lie, even seeing these blurry, brief photos alone were enough to break me down. But let me know what you thought about them. Like, if I feel like this, imagine how the actors and extras might have been feeling like. I can almost imagine what it must be like to step into these moments every day, knowing the weight they carry. After all, the actors know how important this season is, not only for the story, but for the people who watch it and find meaning in it. Let me know if you have ever taken place as an extra in the Chosen cast and how that was like for you. Honestly, I'm jealous of you guys who get to be an extra so much. Despite everything, though, Dallas Jenkins seems to be very mindful about how the filming is paced. He doesn't want the cast and crew to burn out, especially with the emotional intensity of this season and the fact that it's shaping up to be the penultimate chapter. He's taking care to give everyone space and time to process what they're doing, which I think is so important when dealing with material like this. From what I understand, Dallas has been very hands-on, directing every episode to keep the vision consistent and to support the actors through these challenging scenes. I mean, kudos to him for being a true leader in the set. Now let's talk about when we might actually get to watch Season 6. Unfortunately, the release schedule is going to be a bit different from before. Season 5 had a unique theatrical premiere around Holy Week, and it was a huge success. One part even made $11.7 million in its first weekend across theaters in the US. That really proved that there's a strong appetite for The Chosen on the big screen. But Season 6 will be released in stages. The first 6 episodes are expected to come out sometime next year, but definitely not early next year. So probably mid to late 2026 at the earliest. Then there will be a break before the season finale hits theaters, and Jenkins described this finale as a global theatrical event. He said, "So, Season 6, one thing I will clear up, because there's been some rumors in the past, here's what's happening. Season 6, the first 6 episodes, are going to be coming out sometime next year. It won't be early next year, it won't be early. That means the finale won't just be an episode, it's going to be a big cinematic experience, which sounds amazing, but also means we'll have to be patient." Dallas has also been careful to manage expectations around the release schedule. He said he's going to reduce how much information they share about dates, because it can cause confusion and disappointment if plans shift. He wants to make sure they only announce dates when they're certain. And I don't know about you guys, but I get that. After all, it's always better to avoid false hopes. So while I wish I could tell you exactly when we'll see Season 6, I know we'll just have to wait for official word. This longer timeline also makes sense because the production has grown in scale. As you might have realized, The Chosen isn't just a small indie project that it was in season 1 anymore. Now, it's much more ambitious, with a bigger budget and higher production values. That means more care has to go into everything from filming to post-production and the marketing plan. Dallas recently mentioned how other popular shows have taken longer breaks between seasons as their budgets and expectations grow, like Stranger Things and House of the Dragon. So this isn't unusual in that sense. It just means the creators want to give us the best possible season, even if it takes longer. Dallas also said, "We don't know exactly when that's going to be, but I'm just wanting to kind of clear up what's been talked about in the past. It's not like it's its own thing. It's not like the season's going to be shorter. In fact, the season's going to be probably a little longer than normal. And the story itself is expanding. At least 7 seasons of The Chosen have been confirmed, and Jenkins is already working on spin-offs that will explore other parts of the biblical story universe. That's exciting because it means the journey doesn't end with season 6 or 7. There's more to come for those of us who can't get enough. Personally, I'm trying to prepare myself emotionally for season 6 because I know this season is going to be something special, something that stays with me long after watching. And I'm so grateful that the people behind the show are treating the story and the characters with such care and respect. Don't worry though. Despite the heaviness, Reza assured us in the interview that the season will still be beautiful, moving, and incredibly well crafted. I don't know about you guys, but when he says this, I believe in him because let's be honest, the story, the writing, and the performances have all grown and deepened along since season 1. I mean, by the time we reach season 6, the chemistry among the cast is stronger than ever because they've been through this journey together for years. And the good news is, they will all be returning for season 6. Most importantly, Jonathan Rumi is back as Jesus, bringing that same quiet strength and humanity to the role. Alongside him are Jordan Walker Ross as Little James, Elizabeth Tabish as Mary Magdalene, Shahar Isaac as Simon Peter, and Paris Patel, and Noah James as Matthew and Andrew. I don't know about you guys, but to me, this group has become like a family, and that bond really shines through on screen. It's clear from the way they talk about working together that this isn't just a job. It's something they truly care about. For more weekly updates on The Chosen 6, make sure to like and follow. Meanwhile, the video on the screen might also interest you.